Hey, it's your boy Shaun, and welcome to Supercars from the Hood. And on today's episode, we're gonna try something a little different. While we're waiting for that brand new McLaren GT, we're gonna spec a 600LT Spider. That's right, we're gonna spec a Spider, and they start you off with a very basic color, that white, that plain old white. Nothing special about it. And I noticed that they have a lot of blues in McLaren. Vega blue, Paris blue, and a Burton blue. And I mean a Tim Schmee Burton blue. I had no idea that he had a color named after him by McLaren, and that's crazy. And I went through the full color spectrum with McLaren: oranges, yellows, greens, and all the blacks, of course, all the whites. And I noticed they only got one color that I care about, my favorite color, of course, and that's red. And they got that vermilion red, which is the craziest color red I ever seen outside of anything Ferrari puts together. So of course I went with that red. Then I gotta look at the rims and the tires. The whole configuration for the rims and tires was pretty good. Let you spin the tire around, the rim around, give you a real good look at it. I wish they would let you do that with the actual car, but beggars can't be choosers. And I decided that the 5 spokes wasn't really to my liking. The pictures were just too ugly, even though I've seen the actual photos and it looked pretty good. I also thought about the diamond cut 10 spoke, but they were a little too flashy for me. I'm like, I don't want to stunt that hard. Stunting, but not that much stunting. So I went with the black on black, because the black and red combination is one of my favorite combinations when speccing a car. It's something I always go for. Red's my favorite color, and the black makes it pop. Of course, there was no gold. If they had gold, I would have went with the gold, but there was no gold. So then I went with the brake calipers. I thought black, sometimes yellow, red looked good, but I went with the red, make it pop out. And of course, the Pirelli P0 Trofeo R's a must. Even though I don't have a hypercar, I hear they're pretty sticky and pretty good on the road and pretty good on the track. So that's what I went with. And then we went to speccing the interior, and I ain't gonna hold you, I went with carbon fiber everything, and that was more for resale values. Not like I would sell the car if I actually bought one, but just in case I had to, I decided that carbon fiber is a must, because it's not like it's really about the weight savings, because it's not like I would be tracking this car. It's a convertible, so it's gonna be a little bit heavier with the retractable roof components and all that stuff weighing the car down. So the carbon fiber might save a little bit of weight, but it's also about that cool factor, about the look. They also let you pick the color of the roof. I went with the body color. They also had black, but they didn't have a display that showed you what that would look like, so I just went with the safe bet with the body color to match with the roof. They also had a place for the snorkel, and of course it's a Spider, so that was irrelevant. They didn't even give you the option to pick it. I don't know why it would be there, but it was. And of course there was the louvers. I went with the louvers straight up, not gonna front on you. I want those vane fins on my car. As you can see, the design's looking pretty damn sick, with the crazy diffuser, the crazy wing, with this crazy flamethrower exhaust. This car is actually pretty sick, and I'm not really big on McLarens. They're not my favorite sports car, but they do have that ability just to kill everything on the road that competes with it. They're crazy insane. These cars are crazy fast. It don't make any sense, and sometimes you think that they lie about how fast these cars actually are. I don't know if they have some kind of gentleman's agreement. I always say that with these car companies, but McLaren, stop lying about your stats of your cars. Keep it a buck. Let everybody know that you're the king of the road. Now, next part we have is the interior design, and this luxury package was the thing that really confused me. When I clicked it and I looked at it, it was nothing but some regular bucket seats and all black everything. I was like, yeah, nah, I don't want that. That is just ridiculous. Of course, once again, I went with as much carbon fiber as possible, and I wanted the interior and the exterior to be similar colors, even though it's not a red. It says it's an orangish color, so I went with that, and I picked Alcantara, no leather, because I felt that the Alcantara will help you stick more to the seats, and in case it rained in the car, I wouldn't have to worry about the leather damaging, warping, cracking, and doing any of that craziness. The Alcantara, keep you hugged into the seats, as and it also looks pretty good, so it's not like it's a generic type of material that just looks like crap. It's as good as leather, and I wouldn't have to worry about getting caught in the rain if I'm driving, even though the rain and suede don't go together, but that's a whole nother story for another day. And of course, there's more carbon fiber, because you can never have too much carbon fiber, despite what anybody says. Carbon fiber is a good thing. Just remember that for future references. And of course, I do it for the resale value, just in case we have to jump ship and sell our car. And the sports seats, it looked okay, but I went with those center seats. I know they're called something else here, but us YouTubers know them as the center seats. They're gonna be one of the biggest selling points about this car. They might not even be comfortable, but we don't do comfortable around here. Of course, I went with the Touring. I don't know why they let you pick the little ring in the middle, 12 o'clock on the hands and all that stuff, because you really can't change it. And of course, I went with the red seat belts, because why not? We got a theme going here, and red seat belts kind of stand out. People notice those things. Even the car was all black, I still would have put red seat belts in there. And then we got some secondary stuff for the interior, like no air conditioning. Now, I'm not, no air conditioning type of tough. I need my air conditioning. I don't know how often I can drive with the top down. It could be hot, it could be raining, and I'm gonna need that air conditioning. I don't care if it saves a couple pounds. No, you leave it there. And then there's the whole sound system, 4 speakers, 12 speakers. That's a big damn difference. So I kind of picked 12, but I don't know if I picked it on this version. I don't know if my internet was acting up and it just forgot. I can't remember. And I'm not really a track guy, so the track telemetry is not something I really paid attention to. You can't get rid of it, but I don't see myself as a track focused kind of racer. I'm more of that kind of stunt on you on the block all day type of guy. I like to stunt on you whenever humanly possible. I'll circle the block a few times just so you can see that my car is the sickest thing you ever seen. You don't even know what it is. And of course, I went with all the safety features except for one, and no ashtray, because won't be no smoking in my whip. I don't smoke, so ain't no way I'm gonna let you smoke. Maybe smoke these tires, but that's about it. So everything, the manuals, everything English, because I don't speak nothing else but English, and I can barely speak that, as some of you might well note. And did anybody else notice that lift delete? Whoever's driving a car with no lift, you are almost a hero and hate. You're a splitter. And there's an MSO defined MSO black key. I mean, why is MSO in that name twice? I'm just mad I said MSO about 5,000 times just now. And of course, we have the summaries. You can see the stuff that I picked out for this car, and which is going to lead us to the very end. I'm gonna ramble on a little bit because I actually had fun trying to put this car together. Now, the video itself was a lot harder to put together than I originally had thought. I thought this was going to be one of the quickest and simplest things I could put up for my YouTube channel while we wait for that new McLaren to be unveiled, which should be in 2 more days, and I can't wait. I'll be out of town when that goes down. But yeah, hopefully I can bring a video to you. And I'm trying something out now to see how the sound quality is, because I won't be bringing my microphone while I'm going. I just won't be in this cheap little microphone I'm using right now. It's gonna have to do. I'm sorry guys, it just is what it is. But I looked to see if what the price was on this car, and the last option on this summary was test. Now I know nobody's gonna let me test this McLaren. They don't even offer to have me come to the press release to talk about cars, so I know that wasn't gonna happen. So I had to go look online, and yes, I seen a similar spec McLaren of the type I've got. Of course, it's different rims, different interiors, but that same McLaren styling. And yeah, it's pretty nice looking. Actually, those rims look a lot better on this than it did for the one I picked. I wasn't brave enough to pick the 5 spokes. I'm sorry guys, I could have did better. With that said, I like to bring this video to a close. It's running a lot longer than I thought. I didn't expect this video to be more than 10 minutes. I thought it was going to be 2-3 minutes tops, but there was more detail in the creation of this than I had suspected. And if you guys want to design your own McLaren, I'll put the link in the description. You guys can come up with your own spec and post them up and stuff like that. I just did this to pass the time. It was something to do, and you know, it was actually pretty damn fun. Now, if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. If you want to see what I got planned next, come see what I got planned next. I got a lot in store for this channel, and I really want you guys to be there with me. With that said, I'll catch you next time.